Hey, everybody. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, South America. Let me fix this thing. Hey, how's everybody doing? The Tired Buffalo. It's Timothy Glass. I don't know if you knew that. Brock Bandy, Kristen, Susie, Jane, Jason. I think I saw Barella in there. Marty Mongoose. Let's do me a favor, everybody. If you can, hit the like button. Gotta tell you something funny. I'm checking the upload speed, and usually it's around it was over 400 for download and 400 megabytes per second upload, which is screaming fast. Archie's mom, good to see you. Right before we went live, it was like 50 on each, which is really not good. I think I'm crazy, but we prayed about it. And I'm not joking. 2 minutes before we went live, it jumped to 462 for the download and 335 for the upload. Funny how that happens. Lisa Trimble, so good to see you. Thank you all for being here. All right, so this isn't going to be a super long one, unless you guys have tons of questions. But I'm just going to tell you what happened today. We went to the recovery center again, and the very first time we went, or the second time we went, Gary said, if you want, you guys can you handle the sandwiches for this next Thursday? We said, and he said, one piece of ham. I said, what, ham and cheese? And he goes, perfect. He goes, one slice of ham, one slice of cheese is perfect. And that's what we did. And then I'm home, and we had leftover ham and cheese. And I don't make ham and cheese sandwich with one slice of ham and one slice of cheese. I don't. Like a couple of each. So we made the sandwiches with 2 slices of ham and 2 slices of cheese, and they were just a lot bigger. They loved it. It was very cool. Roberta, good to see you. Barbara Waite, cat hair. I got it. Not my eye. She's right there in the basket. Barbara Waite says, great video of Tommy speaking today. I know, right? It was amazing. So let me tell you what's going on at the recovery camp. All the guys are great. We got there, and before they all came out, and the grounds look amazing. There's more plants. And Cliff Ann, good to see you. Everything is looking really, really nice. And there's just every time we go, there's amazing, incredible progress. Tassie Dahl, it's good to see you. Gouthy, hello there. Hit the like, everybody, if you could. So this morning we went, and all the guys came out, and I've said this before, the very first time, there were a bunch of smiling faces, but a whole bunch of guys were giving us the side eye. Disclosure, Aaron Jarno, good to see you. And the second time we went, there were way fewer guys giving us the side eye. Most everybody was really upbeat. The third time we went, which was last Thursday, every single person was smiling. I mean, just smiles for miles, all of it, the whole time we were there. Then today we went, and it was the same thing. But this time, when they came out, they filed out of the living quarters where they all live. And, first it was just a handshake the first Thursday. And then the second Thursday, handshake with a couple of hugs. And the third Thursday, it was mostly hugs. And this Thursday, it was hugs and mi hermano. They kept saying, mi hermano, my brother. It was a very, very cool thing. So today, there was great progress as far as what they've done with the living quarters. They need 8 mattresses for it to be habitable. There's no mattresses right now. Kellyanne, good to see you. Barella asks, are there enough sandwiches for the rest of the class here or just for the shelter? Just for the shelter. I wish we haven't worked on the taste of vision yet. We got the smell of vision down, but we're working on the taste. The guys at the lab are working tirelessly. Styling One, good to see you. So today Tommy gave a talk. It was great, and I filmed it this time, and it's on my channel. A lot of people have seen it, so please take a look at it. It's very, very cool, and everybody gets it. And here's what you got to remember: for somebody in the recovery world, the recovery rate is not good. It's a low number. It's about 20% higher for people who are believers. That's a big thing. And everybody there, they're believers. I mean, it was a really amazing day. Vicky Villegas, good to see you. So here's what's going on. There's 80, like eight. See, we did 8 mattresses, I think. Maybe he said 6, but they're like $65 a piece. So we're doing what we can to help out. Today we went and bought a bunch of electrical stuff that they need to finish the electrical system. David, the guy in charge of the center, is amazing. I'm not kidding you. He is just, if you saw all the tile work, that's David. The electrical system work, David. He knows everything. And the quality of it's amazing. I was telling Tommy I could live there. I'm kind of a minimalist, and I could absolutely live with those guys. However, each of the mattresses I think cost $65. So we're trying to work towards that. I've gotten so many emails. When I say so many, maybe a dozen. That's so many, if you ask me, of people that are saying the tile is beautiful, Krista Melinda. It really is incredible. And if you're standing on it and you're really looking at it, it's prettier than the pictures I think show. Kellyanne says, too bad all the rehabs weren't like that place. You're right. Rake Spicer, good to see you. But about a dozen people, maybe a few more, have emailed me, and a lot have emailed Tommy saying, we want to help. Is there anything we can do to help? So I'm going to tell you guys what you can do to help. And it sounds crazy, but right now, what you can do, Connor, good to see you, is pray. It matters. It does make a huge difference. So if you guys are people of faith, pray for this. It's an important thing. We are working on getting a PayPal account for David at the center, so that you guys, anybody who feels motivated to give and to help out, you can give directly to them. That's the way it's going to need to be. So people have asked if they can give it to us. If you can donate to us and we give it to them, it sounds crazy, but we pay for the taxes on it. And if you pay through YouTube, they're going to take 30% of it. So they're coming up with a way where you can get paid, you can give directly to them. Now, here's the cool thing about it. The second, it must have been the second Thursday we were there. We were standing there. He said they needed some piping. He goes, we're $40 shy of getting the rest of the piping. I looked at Tommy. He pulled out 20. I pulled out 20. He was here. There's your piping. Let's get it done. And we went back. The next time, it's finished. So the coolest thing is, we gave them, every time we go, we give them what we can, But so many places, if you give, and I worked for a nonprofit for a while, and it was a good one. I mean, 70%, 75% went towards the cause. And only 25 went towards administration and everything else. So that's pretty incredible, actually. There are some that give 100%, but most don't. Most, they give just the absolute bare minimum, and the people that run those places make a ton of money, and that's kind of crazy, But this is one of those places where if you make a donation and you guys help out, you see the results so fast. And again, I've said this and Tommy has said it, but one of the things that to me is absolutely miraculous about the whole thing is that these guys are going through withdrawal. They're past the withdrawal. Everybody's past the physical withdrawal, but it takes a long time before you're right. It really does. Trust me, it takes a long time before you're right. You aren't sleeping for the first month. So the quality of sleep these guys are getting is not good. But they're doing such an amazing job. They get up and they're the ones doing all the work. There were a lot of bees today, actually. The first time we went there, Kellyanne, I saw one, and it happened to be the one that stuck Tommy. The weird thing is on his arm right here, there's still a mark where he got bit a week ago. And right here, there's still a lump and it was a week ago. But for those that decide you want to help, I'll show every time we go, we'll show you what's been done. We gave them a little bit of money today. It wasn't much, but wait till you guys see what happens next Thursday. It'll be amazing. But with a 20% increase in success rate for people who are believers, that's what's happening. That's the reason that place is doing so well. Thupaholic, they are doing well, and keep them in your prayers. Thank you for asking. Let's see. Shout out to Stylin's daughter and prayers and love. I might have missed something. I'm sorry if I missed that, Stylin. But definitely shout out to your daughter. You know what? I can't. It's almost impossible to catch every. Even when there's not tons of us in the chat, it's impossible to see them all. The videos you shared today were great. I really enjoyed hearing Tommy's testimony. Wasn't that great? You can tell he was really reaching those guys. Yes, he was. He really was. those guys aren't just saying the brother thing. They see us as their brothers. A lot of them have had their families turn on them, just let go and say, we can't do it anymore. When you're in an active addiction, you lie to everybody, you steal from everybody, including your family. And, their families have just said later. So they don't have a lot. They have nothing. I mean, everything they own, they could put in none of these guys have any possessions. One thing I want to tell you, which is sort of interesting, I don't know if you guys know this yet, but Robert Pop Springs, hello, Mr. Johnny. I have your youngest YouTuber here saying, goo goo, hey, baby Elizabeth. Just became a granddaddy again. Beautiful little girl named Elizabeth. Very, very cool. Yeah, if you guys have comments, throw some capital C's in there. If you have questions, throw some capital Q's. It'll get my attention. Gouthie, we did not feel Hurricane Erin, at least where I'm at. But this is something that I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Those guys they don't just show up and go through rehab. It's 500. Was it 570? Tommy? 570. It's over $500 a month each for those guys. Do you know how many of those guys? See if any of you guys can guess. There's 33 of us here. Please hit the like button, by the way. See if you guys can guess how many of the 32 guys are paying the $570 a month. One of the shorts from the Recovery Center is right there. There's a bunch. It's incredible. I'll save you all the trouble. Nobody's paying the money. It's not. They don't have it. They don't have it, and we're not going to turn them away. It's just we're not going to do that. So they rely on donations. Yeah, no one's paying it. And it's not. It's anytime money paying a bill, it's either ability or desire. They have the desire, they just don't have the ability. So. And, so it's a drain. My mom was like that. She owned daycare centers. And my mom, if you know many times, my mom, people couldn't pay. They're like, don't worry. Keep bringing your child. So it was a beautiful thing. But there's a beautiful spirit at this place. And they don't, that's why these guys eat rice 3 meals a day. Next week, the sandwiches are probably going to be bigger. What do you think, Tommy? I think we'll do that. But it's an amazing experience being out there. Amazing things are happening. Like just a little bit we were able to give them today. On Thursday, when we go back, it's going to be unbelievable the changes that have occurred. I mean, it's just like that. They do not wait. Today, a small amount of money. We left. David followed us. We went straight to a hardware store. He bought electrical stuff for ceramic for the bathrooms. Just amazing. Sobriety is a godsend and alive. Yeah, what Tommy said today is that every single person who's sober, I hate to steal his words, but it's a miracle. I mean, it's as much of a miracle, as far as I see it, it's parting the seas, raising the dead, making the blind see, turning water to wine. A person who is sober is a miracle. And to be standing around 32 of them, now they got a long way to go. It's not like they can wave the flag and say, we did it. There's a big difference between sober and living clean. These guys right now, there's nothing in their system. And it's interesting. If you guys saw, there are bars on the windows. And don't kid yourself. They're there for a reason. Somebody who's in an active addiction, if you show up day one and you're going through withdrawals, you'll go through a window and walk 20 miles if you got it to make that go away. So it's to prevent people from leaving. It's also prevent people from coming in. But it's necessary. Makes you realize how lucky we are living how we do, Tassie Adult says. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, Kellyanne, the ever useful duct tape. I was in a church service. It's interesting. The pastor was, who was the old Surgeon General? His son. Was it Coop? The former couple surgeon generals ago, his son was a pastor of the church I went to. And he said one day, if you ate something today and you slept with a roof over your head last night and you have $1 to your name, you're better off than 80% of the planet. But I'll tell you something. We see people here constantly who have nothing, and they seem to be the happiest people you'll ever encounter. And these guys at the Recovery Center, they have no, Jonathan, good to see you. They have no possessions. They have a Bible. They have, pads to journal in. You notice that? Do you see them giving pads today? Very cool. but they're moving in a great direction. They really are. So pray like crazy for these guys. They need it. They have a long, long way to go. You know, when they get out of there, they're all going to be looking for work. You know, the very first Thursday we were there, I think it was the first Thursday, towards the end, like a very security looking vehicle pulls in, looked like a cop car. And, you know, it's been a long time since I fractured a law, but for a long time, I fractured them every 20 minutes, it seemed like. So when you see a cop car, I'm still wicked, you know, some old habits. I see a cop car before everybody else, and they pulled in. I'm like, what do we got here? And a guy gets out of the car, and he was a big dude, looked good, you know, he was dressed nicely. He had graduated from that recovery center. 5 years earlier? 5 years earlier. So, you know, it can happen, but they have a long, long road to go. So pray for them. Kellyanne says, to be content with what we have is a blessing too. It takes a lot of stress off. That's why an attitude of gratitude, if you really focus on the things you're grateful for, what you're not doing is focusing on the things that you don't have. You know, I remember the first, you know, this expression has been around forever, but I remember the first time I heard it. A guy said, I cried because I had no shoes till I met a man who had no feet. Just in case, TTV. Hi, Johnny. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Well, we're around people. They may have shoes on their feet, but they have no shoes, man. These, you know, they have nothing. So just pray for them. They got such a long road to go, but their attitudes are amazing. You know, just being allowed to be there. You know, let me tell you something funny that happened. That was probably the most impactful thing. I know this hit Tommy like a freight train, and me too. I mean, it was just after Tommy was done, we all had lunch. Actually, no, when Tommy was done, before we had lunch, David stands in front and asks Tommy and I to come up, and he puts his arm around both of us. And it wasn't filmed because I wouldn't have filmed it anyway. It was just a moment. But he prayed for us. Like he was there praying for us. And I got to tell you something. I leave that place and I come back to this place. You know, that they were praying for us. And, you know, pray for them. You know, pray for us if we come to mind, but pray for them. They need it, you know. Justin K says, being grateful for blessings brings more. Amen. Something crazy is happening with this channel, is it not? I mean, the number of people that are watching are smaller, but the number of people that are watching are awesome. You guys, every day I get up and I can't respond to every single comment. I just can't. You know, there's too many of them. It is what it is. But every comment I see, and when I see replay crew, you got to know something. I'm thinking about making a shirt saying the wheels on the bus go round and round because of the replay crew. You guys keep this going. You know, when we started putting out a far more positive message, you say God in a video, that's one thing. But if you say Jesus Christ in a video and you aren't swearing, YouTube doesn't like that. And they bury your content. And Pepperhead, good to see you. I have people, hi, Josh Cohen. Good to see you, dude. I have people, and I'm being really honest with you. I have people that say, I've subscribed for you for years. I don't see your videos. I get notifications are on, and I have to go type your name in to find your videos. We're not getting any help, and we're not gonna get any help from the algorithm. So the way you can help us is pray for us, but watch, you know, share the videos, leave a comment when you watch a video, you know, tell people about what's happening here. That would be a great help. Kristen says, that sounds like a great shirt. I think that would be a great shirt because you guys don't realize, like so many people aren't able to catch the video, but the next day they watch it. And so many say, hey, the replay crew. And I'm not kidding you. If you knew what that means to me, it always meant a lot. You need to know that. I've always had this great affinity for the people that watch what we do. But knowing that, like, if you knew the numbers, like Tommy and I have like a bet who's going to lose more subscribers. We're losing them for the right reasons, so I don't sweat about it. I'm winning the bet. But, you know, Tommy says, not by much. I had a heck of a day. You did, man. But here's the truth of it. If we did this for fun, this was our hobby, I wouldn't even be talking about it. But this is what we do for a living. This is our income, and our income has been cut by, when I tell you 80%, I'm probably being conservative. The amount of money that we're making, and, you know, people don't, you know, they don't like this kind of content. So we're just praying that the right people keep watching. And the great thing is we're getting wonderful new people every day. People are finding us. You guys are sharing videos, and it means the world. So that's how you can help us. Watch more videos. If you want, you know what? Go to bed and listen to the wave video. I set up a camera the first week we were here on the balcony and videotaped the waves for like 5 hours. And if you put that on when you fall asleep, you'll fall asleep quicker. I'm not even fooling you. There's actually some scientific data that suggests that's accurate. Mike Chiliesco, I'm glad you're here, man. There are not three. I don't think there are 3 guys to a cot now, are there? Are we down to 2, Tommy? They're not 3 guys to a cot. Are we down to? Are they 2 though?
Most often,
yeah. Brella's asking, are there 3 to a cot? Yeah. Well, right now it's about. Some guys have their own cot, but most of them are 2 to a cot. And that's hard. Man. It's hard in the best of conditions, but in this condition, it's not an easy thing. Monk, good to see you. But that's why we're kind of excited about the. Brock says Kellyanne's the shirt should read the Kellyanne yogurt shirt, right? Roast by Kellyanne. You should start your own channel. I'm serious. So just drop by for a quick roast. But when the new living quarters that they inaugurated last Thursday, it's the building portion is done. The bunks are in. They need mattresses. Let me tell you something. We were there today. It was 81 degrees and it was hot. I'm not even fooling you. It was hot. Immediately coming back, you stand on the balcony. It feels 30 degrees lower, colder. It really, really does. So these guys, at night, it gets chilly here. It does. It gets chilly here. So pray for these guys. It's not like they have lots of blankets. A shirt with a super hot pepper being chased by yogurt, says Jason Ledford. And the roast continues. Pepperhead says, I started growing and splicing peppers during COVID because of your channel. Thank you. You know what? Thank you. There's a few people that are eating peppers because of this silly channel. Here's the thing. I started this channel at the right time. The community was this big. So I was in the right place at the right time. We need una milagro to make this content too big to rig. Yeah, you know what? Milagro. Here's the thing. If you share it with people and you tell everybody about it, it's not your job to do that. But if you do that, I promise you more people will hear about it. Lisa Trimble gifted 5 Chase the Heat in South America. You know what? Where's my – do me a favor, dude. Can you hand me my iPad? No, it's on my bed. Don't worry about it. Let me do it from here. I think I can – thank you for doing that, Lisa Trimble. That means the world for me. You guys, listen, I think there's a couple hundred – like for real, I think there's a couple hundred videos in the members only bus pass, we call it. So if you just people that are recipients of that bus pass, there are you could watch a couple every day, and then it would take you a couple months to watch them all. But there's a lot of videos there that you guys haven't seen. I think there's a way that I can give away 10 memberships while I'm streaming. I've done it before, but I don't remember how I did it. So I'm trying to figure that out. So bear with me just for a second. Lisa, thank you so much for doing that. Honestly, it means the world. I really appreciate that. More than you know. Connor says, I've been making a point to pray for the work you guys are doing every day. For the guys at the center too. Y'all need some prayer backup. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm a huge fan I'm a big believer in prayer, you guys. I really am. So you guys, that helps more than you know. Let me see if I can give away. No, I know this is how I did it.
Well, maybe you figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure out when I'm not live, but I'm trying to give away 10 of these things. What? No yogurt on the t-shirt? Yeah, actually, I already read that. She deserved to have me read that again. Mike says, I usually fall asleep fast, but that wave video had me asleep before I had my head laid down. It doesn't ever stop either. Every once in a while, there's a big event, and it drowns out the sound, but you usually hear it every night. Don't suffer in private, but pray in silence is okay. God hears and sees our needs. Yep. It's like the first day we met Mac. The groaning is something I've never heard before. I remember there's a verse in the Bible that even you don't have the words, God understands the groaning of your heart. And that's what was going on that day, like the gnashing of teeth. I've never heard a sound like that before. And he looks so good now. Josh says, tell Tommy to get in off the screen. We want to see him. Such an amazing job at the recovery. Yeah. Oh, get in front of the screen.
I'll be in front of it tonight.
Yeah, he'll be in front of it tonight, you guys. I promise. Yeah, Tommy's he has a gift. There's no two ways about that. For the new Bus Pass members, check out the exclusive Bus Pass content. There you go. And there's some aftermath from some brutal chili challenges in there. It is something. Real deal. It's so good to see you. I appreciate everybody who stopped in tonight. It's not going to be a really long one. If anybody has any comments or any questions you want to slide in before I end this, please let me know. Remember the clay puppet MTV show Celebrity Deathmatch? Man, I do. You'd make good character versus another pepperhead. I remember that. How long ago was that? Do you know, for all the young people watching this, MTV used to play videos. Now I know it's a hard one to swallow, but see, MTV was music television. I remember when it was new. How about that? You should introduce the men to horseshoes. I don't know if they have it down there, but showing them a new game might be a good bonding experience. They are very into football, and that is soccer here. We call it soccer there. I mean, it's football here. They play football a lot. Cotter. Oh, man, I was a kid. I think that was the 90s. I was a kid, too. Okay, I can't back that up. I really wasn't a kid, but I do remember it. All right, you guys. I appreciate 1998, just in case. Wow. Well, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're people of prayer, if you're somebody of prayer, pray for them. And if you're just somebody that sends good wishes, I'm never going to say no to something positive. So we'd love that. Whatever you can do, we appreciate it. And for those that have emailed me saying, how can we give? I promise you soon we're going to have a PayPal you can give directly to David, who runs the center. And that's coming soon. Hopefully very soon. But we appreciate all of you more than you have any idea. And the guys there, every single time we tell them that there are people praying for them, it lights them up because they know it matters and they know it works. The fact that somebody in a different country would care about their plight is unbelievable to them because they're in that less than mindset. And we're trying to instill, pride again. So they walk upright. The first time I ever met Mac, I thought he was like 5'5". He's my height. And he's put on a bunch of weight since we've been there. So, but all of you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to wrap it up now. Tommy's going to be on tonight, so please join him. He's going to have some good stuff to say. Of that, I'm certain. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Lisa, thank you so much for the memberships. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you in the morning. I'm Johnny Scoble, and this is Chase the Heat, where I live in South America.
We're going to start making